Good afternoon. My name is Brian David Crawford. I'm the president of L.E.E.F. I'm so happy to have everyone here today because this is actually, I want to say, the funnest part of my role as president, where I get to hand out certificates to people to say thank you for the hard work you're doing to help educate the students in Longmeadow. This is important to me because I have 2 kids in Longmeadow schools. They're Blueberry, so they will cycle through the system and you'll get to know them over the years. But this is part of it. This is why we do it. So I want to thank every one of you, 1, for applying, and 2, for being here today, because it means a lot to me. Before we start handing out some certificates, I do want to invite Marty to come forward, in case Marty would like to say some wonderful words about all the important people here not named me. Please welcome Marty.
Thank you. It is one of these great events of the year where we have an opportunity to celebrate all of the innovation that these projects have spurred, all the creativity that they've spurred, all the enrichment that has been provided through the L.E.E.F grants. So I would start by thanking our partners at the Longmeadow Educational Excellence Foundation. So since the foundation's inception, they have provided Longmeadow Public Schools with over $1.4 million. $1.4 million. That is, it's got a little round of applause for that. We are blessed as a community to have L.E.E.F supporting the work that we're involved with. Not many communities can proudly say that they are supported with such an active endowment. So to the entire L.E.E.F board, to all the parents who are active on the board, as organizers of the gala, as grant shepherds, as grant reviewers, thank you, thank you, thank you. We are deeply indebted. A couple of years ago, I went through the list of L.E.E.F grant applications just to get some sense of the breadth of the disciplines that are supported by L.E.E.F grants. And so a short list, an incomplete list, but an incredibly impressive list of the variety of areas that are supported include robotics, coding, music production, finance and investments, video production, the visual arts, engineering, geography, virtual reality, debate, foreign cultures, theater, and poetry. So that's an impressive array of fields that are supported by L.E.E.F grants over the 22 plus years, 21 years that L.E.E.F has been in existence. So we are most appreciative to L.E.E.F, and I'm especially appreciative to our educators who took the time to develop these grants in an effort to provide our students with innovative, enriching, exciting, creative projects. So to L.E.E.F, to our educators, to our administrators who support the process as well, thanks to all. So, Ryan, it's yours. All right.
Now, one of my favorite things in my time with L.E.E.F was the year of COVID. And the reason that was so exciting for me was because we didn't actually hold an in-person gala. We held a virtual gala. And I got to talk to teachers and find out what made their grant so special. And that really made me feel awesome. And I felt like what I wanted to do today is be able to hear from one of the teachers, hear from her about her grant, and hear from the students who helped lead the charge to get the grant. So if I could please welcome Lori Snyder to the front.
Thank you so much. I'm a social studies teacher here at Longmeadow High School. I'm in my 27th year, so I've been with L.E.E.F since the very beginning. I actually was awarded a grant that first year. In 2018, the state of Massachusetts mandated for all high school students that an Action Civics project be undertaken, and the opportunity for our students to engage in Action Civics in a meaningful way take place at both the middle school level and a high school level. I can say that last year's Action Civics project was quite in-depth. It lasted about 5 months. And it was the first time, given the situation with COVID, that we were actually able to put the action into Action Civics. And just to give you an idea of what the project is, the students identify a local community issue or problem that they're concerned about. So I had one class identified the opioid addiction and deaths from opioid overdose. And the other class actually came up with their own unique topic of ableism, which was not on the teacher's sort of curated list. So it was an issue that these students brought to the table. And I have to say that once we selected the issue of ableism, our next step was to really dig deep and research ableism and the different ways that ableism shows up in our community. And just so people understand, ableism is discrimination by like able-bodied people, sort of discriminating against people who have different strengths and trying to draw attention to this discrimination and to basically stress inclusivity. So what I'd like to do is actually invite two of my students up who really led my D Block classes project last year, so Adia Melcher and Aiden Rashevsky, up to talk a little bit about the work that they did and how that relates to both an event for Longmeadow Public Schools as well as connects to this grant that my students wrote. So I'm going to turn it over to
Hi, I'm Aiden Rycheski, and as Ms. Snyder said, we were part of the class that did the project on ableism. So we first, we got together and we decided to write a LEAF grant. And not everybody was involved in writing the LEAF grant. We all took different, parts of it, and we, broke it down and did it ourselves. What really inspired us, at least me, to kind of focus on this issue and to raise awareness for this issue is that a lot of people in my family have disabilities, and, to see from an insider perspective on the way pupils and students are treated at LHS and throughout the entire district, and even the way administration treated people sometimes was something that I've seen and dealt with throughout, years of living in Longmeadow. And me and I think it was also Adia who came up with the idea to work to try and raise awareness for ableism, and that was, what we ended up doing. I remember I went home to my mom, and she was very excited to be hearing about this, and she gave me a bunch of ideas. And she actually mentioned the LEAF grant before Ms. Snyder ever actually did. But we kind of searched for a while on how and what we were actually going to do to take action. And eventually the LEAF grant was what we decided on doing. We purchased, or not we have purchased, but we were granted money to buy a lot of books across all of the different schools, basically raising awareness for people with disabilities, telling their stories, whether they be fiction or nonfiction. We got books for kids at different developmental levels, right? We have K through 2, picture early books, and then we have older elementary school, middle school books, and then we have high school books, and we bought them for all the schools, and they're going to be put up in a display later this year. So yeah.
I think Aiden really covered that well. Basically what our grant is for education and raising awareness about these issues from the youngest ages up, so we can have a better future for raising ableism awareness in this district.
And I just want to say that the students were very actively involved. I want to recognize Carrie Kennedy and the librarians also in our district, because Carrie came to the class and worked with the students on, what is the protocol when you want to introduce new books into the library. The students had to look at what already exists. They had to research what are good books for each one of those levels, and they had to actually, there was a financial group that worked on the actual requested amount through LEAF. And I just want to add that, Brian, that because you guys extended the deadline an extra month last year, that actually worked in our favor, because if that hadn't have happened, we would not have been able to get this grant proposal in. So in some strange way, it really benefited us and the students, and we wanted also, I'll just kind of finish, the students also requested and went to school committee and advocated for an ableism awareness day, which was unanimously accepted by school committee, and I believe, Marty, it was the first Friday in December. And so what we wanted to do was have these books available for teachers and displayed in the library so that that people would have these and they'd be front and center. So I just want to thank LEAF very much, and I also want to thank my students because they've done an outstanding job. So thank you.
Thank you very much. That was wonderful to hear. I'm so glad that I got better understanding what that particular grant was. I mean, I really wish that we could do a presentation for all of you here, but some of us have bedtime, specifically my kids over there. So without further ado, we're going to start handing out some certificates, and I'm going to start with the people who got multiple certificates, because you can get more than one grant. You're not limited to just one. As many ideas as you have, please submit them, and we'll do our best to see if it meets stuff and approve them. So we're going to start off with Miss Carrie Kennedy, because Miss Carrie Kennedy has a stack right here in my hands. We're going to start with We Need More Diverse Books. You have a project for LGBTQ plus literature expansion. Huh?
That's all mine?
Yes, these are all got your name on them. For a Commonwealth ebook collection. For an anti-racist literature program. Oh, this one I think is a duplicate, and this is an LGBTQ awareness literature.
Yeah.
Yes. So thank you very much, Kay, for all the wonderful work. You're welcome. This particular person received 2 particular grants. This is for Moira Joyce. Is Moira here? She is not here, unfortunately, but Moira had 2, which is for the library catalog stations and for something called You Be the Judge. So thank you very much, Moira, for both of those. I always speak very fast, and then as it goes on, I slow down. So if anyone feels that they speak too fast, take a deep breath and slow down. Miss Lauren Heaton. No, she's not here. For 2 projects. One is decodable text to support struggling readers, and for the importance of morphological and phonetic awareness. 2 very interesting sounding projects. Oh, okay. I know this individual is here because I saw him coming into the building earlier. Henry Wong. I was walking out as you were walking in. It's okay. You have a 3D printer project, and for a project for NYU ITP Summer Camp Interactive Telecommunications Program, correct? Excellent. Thank you very much, Henry. All right, this one is for Miss Anne Marie Salvon. I particularly like it because you put a little train, or at least maybe it just came with an emoji somehow. Yes. But for the full Steam Ahead project, thank you very much. You're welcome. I'm going to apologize if I get this name wrong. I work for a company, so if Miss Vanessa Vigna is here, did I say that right?
It's close, Vigna.
Vigna, sorry about that. Thank you very much. This is for your decodables for early readers program. Thank you very much. Miss Jennifer Grader. This is for your program, the World Language Classroom. Thank you very much. Miss Elizabeth Kearney. Not here. but she had a project for a classroom book a month club. Miss Kelly Lamberto. This is for a Haitian folkloric dance and expressions program, correct? Thank you very much. I think I know who this is for. Please welcome Miss Lori Snyder back so we can give her award for increasing ableism awareness in Long Meadow Public Schools. Thank you. You're welcome. Is Miss Jennifer Mulcahy around? And again, I apologize if I said the name wrong. Did I get it close? How close was I? Mulcahy. There's nothing sweeter than the sound of your own name, so I really feel bad when I get them wrong. But she received a project for novel ideas. Is Miss Colleen Grady here? I particularly like this one because I never got to be in a band, but this is for a modern band electronic instruments.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. Is Miss Melissa Morrissey around? No, unfortunately, but she was here for a Center School Bell Choir Chimes program. Is Miss Ruth Ann August here? This is for a classroom library project. Thank you very much. You're welcome. Is Mr. Jared Materis around? Oh, Jared. This is for a courtyard outdoor classroom project. Very cool. Thank you very much. Is Miss Laura Matroni around? No. Okay. This is for a math manipulatives project. Very cool. Is Miss Jessica Nasher here? This is for your project Supersedes, correct? Yep. Thank you very much. Is Pamela Kanjemi around? She's not here. This is for a writer in residence program that she has. Is Miss Karen Reardon here? This is for Art in the World Language Curriculum Project.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Is Mr. Anthony Ohanessian here? He's teaching jazz band. And how badly did I get that name? Onesian. I apologize again to Mr. Anthony Onesian, but thank you very much for your percussion instrument needs project. And for Miss Philippa Siegel. This is for a CPR Saves Lives Project Level 2, right?
That's right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Yes. That was Seth, my vice president, telling to make sure we want to take a group photo at the end for everyone in their certificates. Again, we are very happy everyone was able to come on out today. This means a lot to us. If you haven't already looked into the L.E.E.F Gala that we'll be having later, or the beginning of next month, that's going to be November 6th. The L.E.E.F grant project process will again be kicking off. Hopefully the grant shepherds have come to schools and have talked to the teachers and talked to the principals about the project. Our deadline will be February 2nd of next year so that we can hopefully get everything approved along the appropriate timeline so that the funding can be taken care of in a better time frame with the school year ending. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here today.